You want to see me, sir? Because I'm no longer, my services are no longer needed. That was in the last meeting that y'all talked about. I don't think I'm worthy to be FTO, to be honest with you. Well, that was in the last. I feel what you're saying, and I feel where you're coming from with that, Chief. But I just want to, just to be honest with you, I really, to be honest with you, just want to stay where I am. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm keeping it 1,000. Seriously, I don't think I want that. I think I want to stay where I am, and I will assist in shadow with FTO, whatever the case may be. But I don't want that spot. I really don't. I just want to stay where I am, and then once I work up to getting, I'll apply to a different unit or basically a different department within the unit. But I don't want that soon, to be honest with you. It's not the fact that I feel like I don't deserve it. I just don't want it. So if you need me on floor two, I mean back in the macro room, that's not a problem. But I don't want it. Not the way it went down. I feel some type of way about it, and I think I am gonna still continue to feel some type of way about it because nobody could show proof of who said what, and I was kind of tired of my name getting tied up in a lot of BS. To be honest with you, quite frankly, because all I tried to do was help. And if my help wasn't what y'all wanted it to be, then guess what? That's not a problem. But at the end of the day, I felt some type of way, and I still do. Because the way it happened, it shouldn't have went down like that. Somebody should have dressed me and pulled me to the side. That was embarrassing. I thought I'm gonna just try to get more better at that and just go over my violations again. Um, I don't want to train anybody wrong, so like I said, and I'm just here to help. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna get better at get to know my violations um, for the arrest. I feel that it's a team effort to kind of get everybody else to rememberize their violations as well. But it's also an individual choice if you want to dig into further of what each violation means. To be honest with you, because everybody has their own mind at the end of the day. I might call out the wrong macro maybe in chat, but I know in my head what I'm trying to say. So you get what I'm saying? I'm human when it comes to things like that. I got a lot going on. So you get what I'm saying? I truly apologize about that. Right. You was standing in the corner, but the way was after the fact. You get what I'm saying? You showed up kind of like after the fact, after it was all said and done. But the way it was dressed and the way it was handled, it should have been handled like that. I'm human at the end of the day. When I clock out of here and I go into my IRL life, I'm human at the end of the day. And it shouldn't have been addressed as that. If you're gonna address me as such, pull me to the side. Don't do that in front of everybody. You don't do that. I'm sorry. And then Chief, you wasn't there for that. It was just like, but why you did this, and I heard this from so and so, and I'm not trying to hear who you heard that from. You don't have the person in the room that's accusing me of doing it. That wasn't cool. It just wasn't. And then you caught the back end of it. You get what I'm saying after the fact. So I understand that too, and I'm not coming down on you. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been addressed like that. I understand and I respect the chief. It's not a problem. But I'ma just go back in and learn my violations again and just keep up and keep studying my RP rules and things of that nature and you know, and we'll just go from there. I'll revisit if I want to become Jen at a later time, but I'm not gonna visit that right now, to be honest with you. It's just like I said, I feel how I feel and I don't want anybody to feel, you know, ill. I'm not trying to make anybody have no ill feelings towards me at all. But at the end of the day, it's just how it was handled. That's all. It's not what you say; it's how you say it. At the end of the day, and you could have, like you said, you even said it out your mouth. If there's somebody that's doing something wrong and you know, and you correct it, you were supposed to correct it right then and there when y'all found out. And hey, listen, you know what? The lioness, you put the wrong charge on it. Let me tell you what this is. But you didn't do that. You waited for the bill to bring it to my attention. Don't, you just said it. If you see something, say something. So if you see me doing something wrong and here telling these officers wrong, who does that go back on? It goes back on me because I was the one that told them what violation is what or what situation is what. But if you don't correct it right then and there, it won't get corrected. So I can go back for my benefits and my notes to really fully understand before I approach and tell anybody anything. I don't like to be left in the dark. That's what that is. And like I said, if they wanted to, hey, Shy, or hey, Lioness, you are doing this wrong. Okay, cool. Let me know what I need to pick up or learn from so I don't tell these other officers the same thing. Because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be technically I don't want to be wrong and I want to know what I'm telling them that it's the right thing to do. And then when you don't correct it from on my side to correct me and I don't know and I'm still doing the same thing over and over again, it's not cool. And then when it finally come to a head, everybody got loads to say and I'm looking like, well, okay, so what was all of this? I was just as confused as everybody else. I'm like, look, well, if you see somebody doing something wrong that you don't like doing it, that's not how it's handled. You got to correct that. And they didn't do that. And then you wait till the cup running over to say something. That's all I'm saying. It's okay, Chief. I understand. Like I said, I respect what you're saying. And like I said, I'm so sorry that I came off a little strong or, I was upset about the situation, but that's how I feel at the end of the day. I love being a part of the team because I'm, able to be able to talk to other people that are different from me, at the end of the day because I love to talk and I love to help people. So, I'm if you come at me and be like, hey, you know what, Shaw, you called out that. You mean, hey, Lioness, you called out that wrong macro. Or, that violation was wrong. Okay, let me go back and correct it. I can't correct something that I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You corrected it. You get what I'm saying? Not ask me a bunch of questions about what do you think you did wrong. I'm gonna tell you I don't know, or I'm gonna tell you I didn't do anything wrong. You get what I'm saying? So it's just you corrected me right then and there. You waited for me to answer, and you said no, that's wrong. Okay, cool. Let me go back. And I looked at my violations and went back as you were talking about it. You see how that works? My brain works. I'm visual, so I have to see it, not just hear it, but I have to see it as well. So you guys could have gave me a chance with that, and they didn't. So it's just like, dang, like I really messed up. You get what I'm saying? I feel bad about myself for days. Uh, yes, yes, I do. Chief, and that's exactly what, you know, what you see, if you don't know that you're doing something, like if somebody don't correct you and you don't know that you're doing it wrong, you're gonna keep doing the same thing. So it still go back to all of it tie in together. It really does. And I completely understand, but the gens, for example, um, just need to, like, this my suggestion, know when to hold them and fold them. If you feel like that, hey, listen, the lioness is doing it wrong. Let me show her again. Or, you know what? The lioness trained another class and I'm going to stand in the room. Okay, no, that's wrong, shot. Oh, yeah, no, that's wrong, lioness. Tell them this. But if you just stand there and you don't say nothing, but tell me that I'm doing a good job and really in the back of your mind, I'm not, don't you lie to me. I'm sorry. Because I wouldn't lie to you. You lied to me and tell me that I'm doing a good job, knowing that I'm not telling them right. You don't do that. That you set me up for failure, for real. And that's what, with the surveys, you get what I'm saying? If they don't, like I said, if they sitting in your face and they lying to you, it ain't cool, and they go right behind your back and giving you a messed up survey. Now you got admin looking at you like you crazy. And it's just like, well, dang, I didn't know none of this. You get what I'm saying? But that is the same way. When you don't know, you have to inform people to let them know what they're doing wrong so they can correct it. That's how perfectionists perfect their craft. They make mistakes, but they go back over it because somebody showed them again how to do it. I don't give a damn. You got to tell me 50 million times. I'm Tell me 50 million times. But don't sit up there and sit back and then turn around and encourage me that I'm doing a good job, knowing I damn for sure not. You just lied to my face, politely. I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. I'm so serious. I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. Like I said, I am, I mean, like I said, I just talk with a lot of force. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a singer, and I smoke cigarettes. So my voice has changed drastically. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just, even if you can't tell me if I'm in online or if I'm actually in service, you got my Discord. Discord me, call me. You get what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? I watched some of that training video that wasn't right, but let me show you how to do this. Come on. That if you're gonna teach and want somebody else to follow your lead, you got to lead. And if you're not leading by not just you lying to me and telling me I'm doing a good job and I'm not, what's the sense of leading? How can I follow your lead to do the right thing? I don't bite over the phone. Now, I might bite in person, but I don't bite over the phone. I promise. You get what I'm saying? I say I don't bite, but I might bite you in person. But no, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I said, you know what? You could have said a line is like, I'm gonna call you, you know what I'm saying? We need to talk about some things. Okay, cool. Okay, go to your rule book right now and go to violations. Let's go over just a few of them. This is what I want you to tell them, and this is what I want you to say. I might have to grab me a pen and piece of paper so I can repeat it. You get what I'm saying? Because I want to repeat it to them how you said it, per chief. This is what per chief said. And like I said, at the end of the day, some of them get it and some of them really don't. You get what I'm saying? And yes, you can spell it out in so many different rounds. Yeah, right. Well, the video, yeah, they can watch the 19-minute video, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And if you have other questions, that's why I always try to open up to the officers that are now vested. I know that I train. Look at Presto, for God's sakes. Come on. Melody, Kai. I brought them in with when they came in. without any macros being thrown. So wait a minute, Chief. So they not being arrested? I done told Melody that so many times. It's not even funny. I done corrected her one time. I said, wait a minute, Melody, you know you cannot handcuff them. Oh, I'm so sorry, the lioness. No, you cannot do that. That they will body cam. I said these people out here have body cam just as much as you have body cam. They will body cam you and submit a green ticket on you. You cannot do that. That's an extreme RP fail. You cannot do that. You can be dismissed from the faction. I told her that. I told her that. Oh no, you will get in trouble. Just but the thing about it is, at the end of the day, you if you didn't Miranda right that person, if they didn't commit a crime against you or you didn't witness it, you don't have it on body cam to back it up. Please don't do it. I told Melody that. It's just like Melody was downstairs, and I'm not telling it. I'm just seeing I'm just repeating what I see. But you can't be down there telling them what they need to study. No. And I went down there and told her that. I said, you can't do that, Melody. It's a lot of things that you cannot do. And I talked to Melody on Discord. And I say, Melody, if it's something that you don't understand, please reach out to me. And if I don't answer, I'm going to find it and I'll be right back with you. But I told her she cannot do that. You cannot just be randomly handcuffing people. That's RP fail. Admins free cam all the time. And they can randomly free cam. It is it is right. Yes and no. I'm gonna say that. Yes, but if they do ask, because some, well, I can't really explain, but yes and no. I'm gonna say that. Yes, yes, it is a sanction. It it can be depending on how many times you've done it. It has just a lot of stipulations that go behind it. It's weird, but you get my drift. Well, yes and no. But I told, and she hasn't even told me because she told me, she said, girl, I almost got dismissed. And I was just like, what the hell happened? What you do? And then now learning what you did, that's just like shooting in the damn. You can't shoot in the green zone. You can't shoot outside. You got to go. No, no, no. You can't do that. You just can't do that. I called that and I was like, no, you cannot do that. That's just like I told Ryan the other day. He wanted to go back to the scene. I said, wait. There's a 15-minute cool down. You cannot go back to that scene. No, no, 15 minutes starts a whole new role play. It starts a whole new life. You can't do that. Oh, yeah, you're right. So I've been doing what you've been doing. It's just I maybe you just been on to see it, but I've been correcting them right then and there. And I told Melody, you don't do that. You cannot just arrest nobody, just be out there arresting people that ain't got no reason why you putting violations on them or nothing. Did they do something wrong? You get what I'm saying? That's why I always tell us you got to run body cam because you never know. That's in the unbadged rules. And here we go right back to the unbadged rules, right back to the PD rules. Y'all not taking the time to read them. That shows you just here for a paycheck. And that's what, that's the issue. You get what I'm saying? We're sending you the information. We're going over the information with you, and you're still not doing right. So it's just like, does that still fall on us? No, that now falls on you. I don't. I believe I did do. I don't know, and I don't know if I did melodies or not. But I have to double check and look. Um, I probably have to send you a 30-second video and upload it, but I don't think I don't know. I have to look. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna lie, cause I don't know. But still, at the end of the day, even when you check it off, your job still is to reread it if you don't understand, and then come and ask questions to somebody that can better explain it to you. I mean, at the end of the day, she hasn't done anything wrong, but it's a lot of little things that she kind of sometimes goes against and be like, oh, I forgot type of thing. And I'm looking like, you cannot forget if you got this high where you are now. You should know the rules. So, oh,
Wow.
right. I totally agree about that. Maybe, I mean, this is just a suggestion. After they read the unbadged rules and they check mark it, maybe we can kind of do like a pop-up quiz and just ask them if I don't know if the unbadged rules is numbered or not. Hey, what's the unbadged rule to number one, or what's the unbadged rule to number two? Hey, what does this? I don't know. Maybe like a pop-up quiz to get them to say, to check to even see if they even read it, because they can put a check mark and not read none of that. And then when they get out here with civilians and gang members, they doing what she doing. All right, copy that, Chief. I'ma just head back over to floor two and floor two. I'm on floor two. I understand. Yes, I do understand that. I totally agree. You did. I went to the macro room, but I just, I felt that I needed to get your attention a little bit. I needed to talk to you, and I'd rather do it in game and do it professionally, but just didn't like it. Gee, I'm sorry. Happy, Chief. Not a problem. Will do, Chief. Will do. Will do. Copy.
Oh, I was just coming in here. My time's almost up. I don't know. 13 minutes. You okay? You're tired. Okay, talk to me about it later. I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I get it. I'm not sure. Maybe people feel like they need to just bring it to you. I don't know. I don't know. Do like Amore said, step back and uh, approach differently. What do you mean? It depends on who they ask to take the survey. So, I mean, no one's going to tell you straight to your face how you're actually doing. They're going to tell you what you want to hear because you are the chief. Me, on the other hand, and Sand, on the other hand, we're going to tell you.